the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining DC News Now. I'm Yamarisa Say. Now, we'll get to our top stories in just a few minutes, but take a look at that fog out there. That is not the best thing to drive in. Brittany has our weather right now. So, Brittany, what's going on out there?
Yeah, that's actually Hagerstown, Yamari.
Wow.
They are waking up to some dense fog, but they're not the only ones that are seeing dense fog at this hour. Our friends out towards Kaiser, Winchester, as well as Luray, you guys are going to be dealing with some dense fog as we head through the day today. In fact, the National Weather Service does have a dense fog advisory still in effect for those locations. This is set to expire around 9 a.m. and that's because that's when we're going to slowly start to see the fog begin to dissipate across portions of the area. Now, the fog is reducing visibility across those areas. You're sitting at 0 miles per hour right now there in Hagerstown as well as Frederick. We're down to half a mile there in Woodstock, one quarter of a mile as you head over there to Kaiser. So again, stepping out the door in these locations, take your time because we are seeing that visibility slowly go down. Temperature wise, not looking too bad this morning. We are sitting at the 40s here in the nation's capital, already in the lower 50s there in Fredericks, Lexington Park, then still holding on to the 30s as you head over there to Winchester and Martinsburg. But highs today will be getting into the upper 50s to lower 60s. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that forecast and what to expect coming up.
Now we begin in Virginia. Fairfax County Police say they have arrested a teen after a fatal crash back in November. Officials say the driver, 17 at the time, was under the influence in Falls Church when he lost control of an SUV full of 4 other teens. They were ejected after not wearing their seatbelts. 1 person did die. Now the teen charged, including the 3 others, were seriously injured but are now okay. The unnamed driver is facing several charges, including DUI-related manslaughter. And our top story this morning in College Park, the University of Maryland is cracking down on Greek life after the school believes the student safety was put at risk. Now, fraternity and sorority activity is suspended indefinitely. And our DC News Now, Dave Laval takes us to UMD's campus with the latest.
Members of several organizations we spoke to here along Fraternity Row did not want to discuss what happened. However, administrators claim they had no choice but to take the action they did.
I find that a little shocking.
Patrick Caswell does not belong to a fraternity, but he's fine with University of Maryland administrators suspending all activities for campus fraternities and sororities.
I think safety, especially student safety, in America in public institutions is a really hot button topic, and I think keeping people's health and safety a priority is a pretty good move, in my opinion.
The university has not said which organizations prompted the action, but in a letter Friday following an emergency meeting Thursday, the Office of Student Conduct and the Department of Fraternity and Sorority Life indicated several Greek chapters held events that threatened student safety. The letter doesn't explicitly cite hazing, but urges Greek Life to review the school's hazing policy.
I support the university supporting students.
Liz DeBarberi is not part of a sorority. She's okay with the university's decision.
I think it's important that the university is considering student safety as opposed to, the social constructs of college. I think that student safety is a priority over that.
The university also bars recruitment efforts indefinitely and will notify prospective members of what happened. The crackdown also bans groups from hosting any event on or off campus where alcohol is present.
The university will launch an investigation into the matter. Any punishment will be determined by what that investigation finds. At the University of Maryland, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Well, in the district, Mayor Muriel Bowser and district officials hosted a meeting with neighborhood leaders to discuss public safety. Now, Bowser presented an overview of recent crime and discussed how the community could work together towards safety. She also addressed questions from advisory neighborhood commissioners.
Some suggested that there were things that were missing from the crime bill that they want us also to address. I found that the questions kind of ran the gamut, although I think there were more questions about youth and how we can focus on youth.
Now, the mayor says she expects her crime bill, which focuses on open-air drug markets and retail theft, to pass in the city council on Tuesday. And Sterling Volunteer Fire Department Company is holding celebration of life for firefighter Trevor Brown on Monday. He was killed in a home explosion in Sterling on February 16th. Now, that ceremony does begin at 11 a.m. and will be held at Cornerstone Chapel in Leesburg. The ceremony can also be viewed via live stream. And tons of people in Loudoun County are raising money for the firefighters injured by that massive explosion 2 weeks ago. Now, this past Friday, a fish fry dinner hosted by the Loudoun County First Responders Foundation raised money that will go towards both Brown's family and the other firefighters injured in the explosion. Now, the foundation says the money will go towards medical expenses as well as any other financial support these firefighters may need. And former President Donald Trump spent some time yesterday in Virginia working to get people in the Commonwealth to support his cause. Now, Tyler Englander from our sister station in Richmond caught up with supporters pushing to get Trump back in office.
Super Tuesday is just days away. However, former President Donald Trump has really already turned his attention to the general election. Throughout his speech, the former president attacking current President Joe Biden, at one point calling him a stupid fool and saying Election Day in November is the most important day in American history.
We will make America great again. Thank you, Virginia. God bless you.
Trump is going to be the only man that's going to be able to save America after what's going on in our country.
With Super Tuesday just days away, former President Donald Trump made a campaign stop in Richmond today as he looks to strengthen his grip on the Republican nomination for president.
With your help, we will win big on Super Tuesday, and this November, Virginia is going to tell crooked Joe Biden, you're fired, you're fired, get out of here.
Trump telling voters his top priority if elected will be securing the southern border, something Woodbridge resident Scott Knuth says is his top concern.
We have no idea who's in our country. We have no idea. I mean, you can walk down the street. My friend lives up in Brooklyn, and, you know, they worry about even riding the subway and whether they're going to be hurt.
Meanwhile, Henrico native Winston DeVisser says it's the economy driving him to support Trump.
Many people in this part of the world is struggling with all the prices has gone up, the gas price, and from groceries to everything is going up.
And now just a reminder, polls are open in Virginia on Tuesday from 6 a.m. until 7 p.m. In Richmond, I'm Tyler Englander.
Well, it's day 11 of the Fairfax Connector bus strike, and union workers are still calling for better pay and benefits from their contractor, Transdev. Now, the union is expected to meet with the transit company this afternoon and say negotiations with the company have continued throughout the weekend. Bus service will also remain suspended for the 11th day. And in other transportation news, Metro has service changes happening this weekend. Now, the Red Line trains will single track between Van Ness and Friendship Heights, and trains will also operate 18 minutes between Glenmont and Shady Grove, and also between Glenmont and DuPont Circle. As for the Silver Line, there will be no service between Stadium Armory and downtown Largo. Well, it is now time for your weather, and Brittany, I know you got some good news for me.
Oh, good news, Yamarie. Let's be outside today. That is the good news that I have for you, because overall it's shaping out to be not a bad looking forecast. Let's talk about temperatures at this hour. We are sitting at 47 degrees right now in the nation's capital, and your time is 8:09 in the morning. Lower 50s already in Lexington Park. Then we're talking upper 40s as you head over there to Orange. Still a little bit cooler there in Martinsburg, West Virginia and Winchester, Virginia. Your temperatures at this hour struggling to get out of the 30s, but we'll be seeing a mixture of sun and clouds today, and highs will be getting into the 60s. So again, not a bad way to end out our weekend. Now, looking looking ahead, the next 3 days, 64 degrees is expected to be the high here in the nation's capital, holding on to dry conditions at least for the first half of our Monday. Then we are going to be tracking some late day rain, and that rain will linger into our Tuesday, and it looks like we are holding on to some unsettling weather as we head into the rest of the work week. So keep it here. We'll have a breakdown of that 8-day forecast and what to expect coming up.